Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I am back with another episode of the Dolphins Deep Dive live on the Straight Talk Society YouTube channel. And we are going to go over the Miami Dolphins 20-13 victory over the Las Vegas Raiders. But before we get into that, and all is welcome. Everybody's welcome. You don't necessarily have to be a Dolphin fan. You can come on. You want to talk about your team? The link is in the chat. Oh, I already see the number one hater already in the back. So we're gonna have a good show today. But before we get started on the show, I do want to send out strength and love to Jordan Travis. You guys know I am a Florida State Seminole fan. And last night it was so heartbreaking to watch him go down to injury. They still aren't saying what's wrong, but the way he screamed and went down, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if his leg is broken. Like it literally looked like his leg was broken. And as he went down, so did Florida State's hopes for a national championship. I mean, because we live and die with Jordan Travis, and Tate Rodemaker did come in, and they put up 58 points, but I mean we got Florida next week, we got Louisville in the AFC title game. Yeah, I don't know if we could win without Jordan Travis. So that was heartbreaking to watch him go down his senior year. He was a Heisman candidate, and he, man, was just doing the thing, man. And then it like that was heartbreaking. But so strength to him. He did send out a video from his Twitter account saying, that it was all good. So who knows? Hopefully it looked worse than what it was, and he could come back for the playoffs. You don't know. I don't want them to rush anything, because like I was telling my wife yesterday, and watching USC play, and I'm just watching Caleb Williams just get destroyed. I'm like, well, wait a minute, bro, you're going to be the number one pick in the NFL draft. Your team isn't going anywhere. Why are you still playing? And you're just getting brutalized in these games. Don't mess up your draft stock, but it is the nature of the beast of the game that we love so much. But like I said earlier, the Miami Dolphins did have the victory over the Raiders, a team that was 500, but the haters will move the goalposts again, because it's never going to be good enough. Now they're going to tell me, oh, beat a team that's over 500. So there you have it. Nevertheless, it is what it is. You win and you play who's on your schedule. And the good guy Miami Dolphins pulled out a thrilling victory, a little bit too close for comfort for me. And y'all know I do have a lot of criticism for that game. But what I will say is welcome to the Miami Dolphins defense. My goodness. The Dolphins defense is playing lights out right now. Jalen Ramsey makes all the difference in the world. And I just said before I hit the live button that the Tyreek Hill trade will probably be like the best trade in Miami Dolphin history. But this Jalen Ramsey trade will probably prove to be number two, because he makes that defense better. Like when the D line can get pressure when nobody's open. O'Connell was running for his life because he had nobody to throw the ball to, and that's because they would not throw the ball on Jalen Ramsey's side. And you had Cater Cole, who able to do those blitzes from the nickel position. It was beautiful to see, man. You love to see it. So real quick, because before Zay comes on, I don't want to keep him waiting too long, but let's go over some stats from the game. So the Miami Dolphins did have 421 yards of total offense, 322 passing yards from the Samoan sniper. So I'm gonna get to Tua later, but what did you guys notice about Tua? Tua got his hair braided now. Tua had a do-rag on. I guess that Dade County life is starting. Oh my goodness. I saw Tua. I wasn't ready for Tua on the sideline with a do-rag, but hey, he's steady playing at an MVP level. But Tua is not without fault, just like every other quarterback in the NFL. Tua is great for that one bullshit pass a game. Just like I say, that deep pass across the middle to Jalen Waddle, there was no need for that. That was his interception. There was no need for that. Like that was a terrible decision. Terrible decision. Um, what was it? It was like 3rd and 5, I think, when we settled for the Sanders field goal. He had Craycraft wide open, but he took the check down to Ingo. No, Ingo dropped the pass. Yeah, it was like 4th and 1. Ingo dropped the pass when he had Craycraft wide open. So, and this is the second week in a row he had a receiver wide open. Well, second in 3 weeks, because he had in the Philly game, he had Cedric Wilson open for the tying touchdown, but he missed him by a country mile. So he is not without criticism, and that's the thing. I criticize my team. So when the haters come on, and the biggest hater is waiting in the back, they can't say that I do not criticize my team. So let me go over a couple more stats just before I bring on Zay. So the Dolphins had three interceptions today. Tua threw the one. They had 5 how many is that? 2 sacks. Jalen Phillips got a crucial interception at the end. What bothered me, though, is that Miami, with 2.5 minutes on the clock, couldn't run the clock down. That's very troubling, but they won, so we'll always look past it. But those things do come back to you. They needed to win a game like this. They needed to win a game that was ugly. They were 14-point favorites, which I knew there was no way in the hell they were going to cover that. Because the Raiders, Antonio Pierce's 3rd game, he's looking for a head coaching job. He has that team motivated. They had a really good defense. They got Max Crosby. They still got Devontae Adams. I don't care what anybody says. He is still a top 5 receiver. So they got some players on that team. So it wasn't going to be any 14-point game. So Tyreek Hill, another fantastic game. Boy, you talk about the scare of our life was to see Tyreek Hill go down again. Terrible decision. Terrible play call by Mike McDaniel. I get it. 4th and 1, you want to put him away because you see you could put him away. Run the damn ball. Why on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 are we doing backwards passes? Are we throwing the ball across the middle? Why can't we line up? We are statistically the number 1 rushing team in the NFL. Why can't we line up and run the damn football? You got to do all this gadget play and all this trick play and all this foolishness. That's not going to work in the playoffs. Hell, that's not going to work against the Jets next week. You know what I mean? So we have 4th and 1. They opt not to go to the field goal, which is fine because Jason Sanders sucks. Hopefully they cut him next year. He lost all his confidence. Instead of running the ball up the gut, they they throw a backwards pass at Tyreek Hill. It gets stuffed, and Tyreek Hill goes down and holds his hand. And the collective groan in the stadium was just like, oh God, no, not Tyreek Hill. And he runs off the field holding his hand, but he came back. And I got something to say about Tyreek Hill. So Miami's next offensive possession, when they went down and scored the other touchdown, they ran the offense. It was a balanced run pass offense. They looked great. And what I'm starting to notice is they force feed Tyreek too much. And I said this at the beginning of the season. Mike McDaniel seems to me like he's consciously trying to get Tyreek Hill to 2,000 yards and trying to get Tua to be the MVP because he relies on Tua's arm too much, which he just does not need to do. And they're force feeding the ball to Tyreek too much. It's great when it works, but Tua throws some bullshit passes to Tyreek. And not for nothing, he sets him up for failure a lot of times across the middle. They got to use Waddle more. They got Cedric Wilson. Craycraft is back. They have 0 touchdowns to the tight ends. They got to utilize a more well-balanced offense. And you can hear me say, oh, man, Trevor, we're 7-3. Yeah, but I'm thinking bigger picture. I'm thinking playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So we got to utilize more on the offensive side. So that's my quick observations of the game. But let me yeah, Bones is saying y'all get too fancy. Absolutely. Like McDaniel, he gets too fancy. What's up, Zay?
What's going on? What's going on?
I can't call it, man. Tough one for your boys, man.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty disappointed right now. Pretty disappointed.
So for y'all who don't know, Zay is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and also the number one hater of the Miami Dolphins. So now how you gonna move the goalposts now for the Dolphins?
About saying that y'all ain't be the team with a winning record?
Yeah.
I just said it. Y'all ain't be the team with a winning
you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
It was at 500, but I'm more disappointed right now in my Steelers, man. Oh boy, I don't even know what to say. I mean, we need to get Minka back. We need to get some guys back, but I don't want to make no excuses. Cleveland was just the better team today. They did it with their rookie quarterback. Kenny Pickett, man, he just wasn't doing it, man. He throwing the ball to invisible people. We don't take no shots downfield. Offense get pretty predictable, and then my whole thing too is Jaylen Warren is obviously doing better than Najee Harris, so I don't know why they don't use him more. I like the 1-2 thing, but when somebody break a 75-yard run touchdown and then opponent go 3 and out, when you come back on the field, you're going to feed them some more. You get what I'm saying? But they didn't do that. Next drive, Najee Harris on the field. Some pretty, I'm trying not to curse, but some pretty bad calls from the offensive coordinator too. Credit to Cleveland. They did. Their pass rush was like looking elite. I know that's a good defense, but we beat them before, so I expected to beat them again, especially with the rookie quarterback. I don't know. I mean, ain't really no excuses. Myles Garrett outperformed T.J. Watt, and we just got our asses handed to us. And then especially what killed me the most in this game was it was 3 minutes left in the game. And we got the ball back, maybe 2 minutes left. It just hit the 2-minute warning. We got the ball back, 146. In the fourth quarter, it's tied 10-10. And we go 3 and out. 14-second drive with a punt. And you can't do that. And that was just, and we was in field goal range, and we took a sack that got us out of field goal range. So, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we beat the Bengals next week. The division is still up for grabs. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that.
So I'm looking at Kenny Pickett's stat line right now: 15-28, 106 passing yards, and he got outplayed by a guy I never heard of,
right?
Dorian Thompson-Robinson. He didn't necessarily get outplayed. 24-43 for 165 yards and 1 interception. That's a terrible stat line, but DTR did get the win. But Jaylen Warren, 9 carries, 129 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, man, they should feed him the rock more.
Kareem Hunt, 12 carries, 36 yards. So y'all defense did the job. Again, it's I always heard if you could hold an NFL team to like 13 points, you should always win that game.
Unless they hold you to 10.
Yeah, unless they hold you to 10. But
and the turnover battle, I mean, we got that turnover and went 3 and out.
So the turnovers too, because Miami, oh my God, Miami just wanted to give that game away so bad. You had the Tua fumble at the beginning, which it wasn't a fumble because his elbow was down, but whatever. Then the Raiders go right back and there's a clear I think the Raiders, it was another fumble, but they overturned it. They called it fumble on the field, but they overturned it. So there you go, 1 for 1. We just been ripped off twice. So Miami, Tua throws his one bullshit pass a game because he's gonna do it. So he throws an interception, and the rookie tight end Hill fumbles the ball on 3rd down. He got the 1st down and coughed the ball up. So Miami gave the ball away 3 times in this game. and that's not like them. They're not typically a team that turns the ball over so much. But it just goes to show you they still turn the ball over 3 times and won. They are the better team, but Miami to me is still a very sloppy team. As much as I say that they're, I'm it's tongue in cheek a lot of times when I say we're going to the Super Bowl, but when I look what's going on around the league, I could just be like, why not? I mean, Pittsburgh just lost to a team. Pittsburgh just lost to a team with a quarterback I'd never even heard of. I have zero idea who that guy is.
It's like both teams leaned on defense, and I'm gonna be honest. Cleveland got 2 safeties that the referees didn't call safeties. I feel like if they would have challenged either one of those, then they would have won by 5 points. So I mean, we got a lucky break on that one, but it still didn't go our way. That offense is just annoying to watch sometimes, man. Like the defense is gonna keep us in it, but come on, we need to
wait. Say that again. Say that again.
Sometimes that offense is annoying to watch. The defense is gonna keep us in it, but we gotta back them up. Like we play a lot of our games close. We try to keep it close and then pull it out in the fourth quarter. We got one of the best field goal kickers in the league, and we couldn't even get him in range to try a long field goal. It was just frustrating, man. Frustrating.
Okay, so you think Pickett is a long-term answer at QB?
Right now, nah, he don't look like it to me. He don't look like it to me right now. And then communication on defense, it looked kind of suspect. I mean, we still held him to 13 points, but we lost. I don't even want to talk about injuries because I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses and whatnot. So I'm gonna just leave that where it is. I mean, that just comes with the game. Everybody got people hurt.
And speaking of injuries, A-Chain returned and immediately went out of the game with another knee injury. Oh boy, wow, yeah. That's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of talk about that one. He was on the sideline saying that he can go back in, but there's going to be a lot of talk about that one. Like, should they held him out another week or not? I don't know. That's not my call to make. But you're right. Injuries are definitely a part of the game. But with you being a defensive guy, every year is always something. So last year was more so offensive explosion. This year, do you see like the NFL is leading more to like a defensive thing? Because let's not kid anybody. Cleveland is 7-3. Cleveland then had a carousel of quarterbacks. Their quarterback that they're paying $200 million guaranteed to is out for the season, and they still find a way to win because their defense is that dominant. Yeah. Pittsburgh's offense ain't nothing to write home about, but y'all still 6-4 at the end of the day. I mean, look, this time Miami should have lost that game today, but their defense stepped up in a sick ass way. Like it's like the defense, the Jets. The Jets are a horrendous team, but their defense, I wholeheartedly expect them to beat Buffalo today because of that defense.
I think Buffalo kind of done right now.
Who?
Buffalo. They can't afford to lose no more games.
Yeah. Buffalo lost 3 straight. Which is insane because I had Buffalo as the class of the AFC. It's just Kansas City is winning, but Kansas City isn't winning in Kansas City's way.
No, they don't look impressive.
Yeah, it's like their defense will hold you, and Philly is the only team that still looks offensively impressive. Miami's offense has come back down to earth. I mean, they're still scoring points, but it's not that 30, 40 points a game because that's not sustainable. I mean, once defenses figure you out, that's not sustainable. You're not gonna keep doing that. And
I haven't watched all y'all games, but I agree with what you said. Some of that is Mike McDaniel be kind of shooting y'all in the foot a little bit, shooting himself in the foot, trying to be too cute.
Bro, he left. All you had to do right there is kick the field goal. Kick the field goal, you would have been up by 10. And he throws a backwards pass. I mean, luckily the Raiders offense wasn't nothing to write home about all day, but it's like in the weirdest times, he does the most ridiculous play calling. I mean, it's like I wish Tua had enough moxie where he just be like, man, I'm not running that bullshit, and just changes the play right in the huddle.
Hey, did Max Crosby have an effect on the game?
Max Crosby at the beginning, he was a monster. Like I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh my God, this guy about to hurt Tua. But nah, he wasn't. Yeah, he pretty much they pretty much kept him quiet. I think they only had like 2 sacks for this game, and one of them got called back for a holding call, so that didn't even count. So defensive holding. So nah, he didn't have that big of an effect, but he looks intimidating as shit, man. He looks like a monster with all the damn tattoos on his neck and everything.
They was talking about how we lead the league in takeaways and we haven't turned the ball over since week 2. But I feel like we gotta score some points, man.
Shout out to Jackie McCall in the building. I think Jackie McCall is a Raider fan. So yeah, Jackie, we did hey Jackie, the Raiders put up a fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew 14 points was too much of an ass, but the Raiders put up a fight and they had me scared at the end. But man, good old Jalen Ramsey, man. Good old Jalen Ramsey. Wow. That guy's worth every dollar. Just worth. And who was that? Ben. I think that was Ben who was telling me that he wasn't gonna make no difference. Ben, where you at? I know you listening.
So who wasn't gonna make a difference?
He said Ramsey wasn't gonna make a difference. He had to play safety. He's not a good cornerback. You remember that? Where you at, Ben? Where you at? Ramsey, 2 interceptions, game-saving interceptions.
Oh, yeah, picks today?
Yeah, he had 2 of them. He had 2 picks today. He had the final the game-saving pick, and God, I thought he got hurt, but what happened when he intercepted it? He fell on the ball, so it like knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah.
Because man, I was like, oh no, man. When I saw Hill go down, A-Chain went down, Ramsey, I'm like, no, like what are we doing here? But I give props to Fangio because I was blasting him at the beginning. See, I could always come back and say I was wrong. He just needed to get his guys in position. Jalen Phillips, fantastic first round pick. Christian Wilkins, pay that man his money. He is well worth it. Andrew Van Ginkel again Andrew Van Ginkel just needs to have a football tattooed to his body because he's always around the football. Like I never seen a guy that's always around the football every single play. Like it's
you
crazy.
See Troy Polamalu back in the day?
Well, yeah. Polamalu was, but that's a safety. They don't make him like you'll never see another safety like that again. I mean, Minka is good, but Minka not like Polamalu.
No, I agree.
Yeah, not Polamalu good. So Bones, I don't know if Tampa Bay playing now, so Bones can't talk about Tampa Bay, but so let's go over these scores real quick and then I'm gonna get out of here.
Hey, our game was probably the lowest scoring game of the day.
Let me see. Where are we? Okay. Oh, that's last week. All right. So we got the Thursday night game, Ravens over the Bengals 34-20, and we did get word that Joe Burrow is out for the season, but they'll tell me that Tua is the one that's injury prone. I mean, Joe Burrow got more season injury season-ending injuries than a little bit. The Browns over the Steelers 13-10. You had the good guy Miami Dolphins over the Raiders 20-13. Oh man, in a comeback game, you had the Lions coming back on the Bears because the Bears were up that whole game.
Yeah, they were 26-16 at one point.
Hey, the Bears was like, hey, we not losing that out on the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. You can say whatever you want to say. The Jaguars annihilated Tennessee, so they brought them back down. Hey, the Jaguars, I think the Jaguars are like 7-2, or let me see what the Jaguars.
Yeah, 7-3.
Yeah, Jaguars 7-3, so they're tops in their division. The Packers
right now.
The Packers over the Chargers. My goodness, the Chargers, man. What is wrong with the Chargers?
They do everything but win.
Bro, their coach not going to make it out of this season. And I saw a video on YouTube the other day where they were saying that the Chargers may put a package together to trade for Bill Belichick, which I don't know. I mean,
The Packers or the Chargers?
The Chargers. I
Oh,
think
okay, okay.
Belichick is overrated, but y'all will tell
Yeah,
me
me
he's
too.
the
I
greatest thing in the
agree.
world. Mike Tomlin is a better coach than Bill Belichick. There you go. I said it again. Because when you see what Tomlin is doing right now with this offense, and they're
Yeah,
still winning. Well, I mean, they didn't win today, but hey, that guy is a good football coach, and he's better than Belichick. Whenever Belichick doesn't have Brady, he does this. He's 2-8. He's terrible. He goes off a cliff. Um, so you had the Packers beating the Chargers 23-20. The Texans, hey man, CJ Stroud, rookie of the year, he got to be running away with this. They're 6-4 right now.
that's crazy.
6-4. The Texans. The Texans went from being the laughing stock of the NFL the past 2 seasons to now a respectable football team, and they may make the playoffs.
I'll swap Pickett out with Stroud any day.
Any day. And the Cardinals, the Cardinals again are in that Caleb Williams sweepstakes. So they like, all right, now let's go out there and look good, but let's not look too good. The Cowboys easily over the Panthers 33-10. So I mean, we going the comments are going to come up now. Is Bryce Young a bust? I mean, but that guy has zero to work with, like zero. And
my bad, but couldn't you give the Cowboys the same criticism that I give the Dolphins? Because who have they beat?
Yeah, I mean, I could say that, but remember though, I'm of the opinion that I watch raggedy teams. I just watched the Browns with a quarterback I'd never heard of beat Pittsburgh. So what I'm saying is anybody could beat anybody. So I don't take no stock in that, bro. Denver beat the hell out of Kansas City, and Miami put 70 on Denver. Denver beat Buffalo. Like I don't know who's good in the NFL. I really don't.
Did the Giants win today?
Yeah, the Giants beat the Commanders 31-19, which another man. I gotta look at my my pool, man. Good Lord, I'm just looking. I think my thing is wrecked already. And then you have the late games right now. The 49ers are up 10-0 over the Bucks in the second quarter. Buffalo is up 6-0 against the Jets in the first. The Seahawks are up 7-0 over the Rams. And the late game tonight, you have the Vikings versus the Broncos. Ugh. And then tomorrow night, you have the Super Bowl. You got the Super Bowl rematch, the Eagles versus the Chiefs. And then the Dolphins will be back playing on Black Friday at 3 p.m. against the Jets. Where is that game? Okay, that game is in New York. So yeah, there you have it with that. What is Jackie McCall? Jackie McCall says we got to find a quarterback. Yeah, Jackie, yeah, you're a Raiders fan. O'Connell looked pretty. He was in the hard. He was between a rock and a hard place tonight. And the fact that Garoppolo was ready to go and they still chose to go with O'Connell, that lets me know that Garoppolo stinks.
Yeah, I think that's one of the first things that Antonio Pierce did. He sat him down. When they fired their coach and they GM, I think Garoppolo lost his job that day. I see she said something about Justin Fields look horrible. I don't think they want.
Where is he? Okay, the Bears. The Bears are making Justin Fields look horrible. I don't think they want the man to be their quarterback. I think Justin Fields is making Justin Fields look horrible.
Didn't he miss a few games?
He won a few games, but
no, I'm saying didn't he miss a few? I think this is his
first. Yeah. He was hurt. He was hurt a little bit, but Justin Fields is another one, man. That Justin Fields is a beneficiary of playing college football in a weak conference they only played 1 or 2 good games a year, so he was a stat padder. That's all he was. And and that's what it was. So he came out, everybody thought it was going to be great, but Bone says the Charger. Yeah, boy, this is the Chargers' most talented underachieving team. But again, everybody gonna tell me, what's my man Herbert? Herbert. If I look right now, the Samoan sniper is leading in every statistical quarterback stat there is in the NFL.
I hate to see you so happy about your team right now. You know that?
You hate to see it.
Yeah, I hate it.
Hey, what was funny? I had just bought this Tyreek Hill jersey because I've been wearing the 201. And when Tyreek went down, I went to go take this jersey. I was like, no, I jinxed him, man. But I'm like, no. Let me keep it on. Let me keep it on. Man. But yeah, man, that was hey, that's why the NFL is the best, man. I know y'all will say it's the MMA and everything, but bro, you don't the NFL, man, you get drama like nobody's business. And we are now going into week 12. So Miami's we're 7-3, so we got 7 more games left to play. I had us at 12 wins this season, so we got to win 5. We got to go 5-2 these last 7. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. So you got any final words before I close out? This show always short and sweet.
I don't know. Hopefully we can go ahead and beat the Bengals next week and go on a little run. I think our schedule is about to get a little light. So other than that, go Steelers, and still got a chance to win the North. And at least I want to finish with a better record than the Dolphins. At least. At least.
What you don't want is that 3-6 matchup. That's what you don't want. Because Miami. Because right now I think Miami holding the 3 spot right now. So he's 7-3. So so you got KC and Baltimore 1-2. So I think Jacksonville. So we'll be the 4-5. So you got KC, Baltimore, and Jacksonville, and then Miami in the 4th spot. So we'd probably play y'all in that 4-5 spot. Hey,
I'm down. I feel like we could upset y'all.
Nah, hey, y'all have to be able to put some points on the board. Like, you can't, even if y'all defense is good, but Miami's defense is starting to come around too, and we feed on crappy quarterbacks like that. We just pin our ears back and just had them running for their life. Kenny Pickett probably need to take the gloves off or something.
I don't know what it is, man. Everybody talking about his rib injury, but it's like if he compromised that much, then he shouldn't be on the field. When you put him on the field, that means you think that we can win with him. So
who's the backup? Trubisky?
Yeah, Trubisky. He just an interception machine.
Oh God, Trubisky. Yeah, that's hey, I'm gonna tell you what, as a suffering Dolphin fan that has suffered, there's a guy, I think I sent you the video, but there's a guy that made a video. I think his name like Tub Frog or something like that, young white kid. He made a video of the 25 starting quarterbacks since Dan Marino. And I watched that video like 3 times because it just showed the misery that Dolphin fans had to suffer since Marino retired. And right now, I'm just happy that our team is 7-3. We're leading our division. If the playoffs started today, we're in there and we'd have a home playoff game. Hey, right now, I'm just happy right now, man. I can't
ask for much more than that.
I'm just happy right now because normally is the same old Dolphins are. The Dolphins can't score points, are they? They can't win when it matters. They can't hold on to a lead. They can't do this. They can't do that. Hey, we got the number 1 receiver in the league. We got the number 1 quarterback in the league. I think we're doing good. I think we're doing pretty damn good.
You better be careful though, because remember, it ain't nothing but winning teams in the playoffs. So
hey, bring it. Hey, bring it. Hey, bring it. All we got to do is get there. We just got to get there, and then we'll see where the chips fall. We got it. Let us get a home playoff game. That's all we need. We'll be right where we need to be. I think we're 5-0 at home this year. 5-0.
Yeah, I heard that.
So yeah,
and
Miami.
I think, 5 of y'all last 6 games are at home or something like that. 4 of y'all last 5, something like that.
And I saw some ridiculous stat that Tua was like 14-1 in his last 15 home games, or some ridiculous, crazy stat like that. Like, it's just, yeah. I mean, we got to get us a home game. Got to get us a home playoff game, and we'll be good. But yeah, man, I think that's all I got. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, man.
All right, cool. Peace.
I appreciate you for coming on.
No
When is the
problem.
next UFC event?
December 16th.
Okay,
You
so
got
we got
UFC 296. It's on Leon Edwards defending his belt against Chaos Kobe Covington, and then you got the flyweight champ Alessandro Pantoja defending his belt against Brandon Raw Dog Royval.
Raw Dog.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that to look forward to from the MMA brothers. So, all right, Zay, appreciate you for coming on.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right,
peace.
Oh man, well there you have it, Straight Talk Society. That's what I tell you, man. These Dolphin deep dive shows do not be long. We get in and we get out, man. So my final thoughts on the Dolphin game today. Hey, good win. A win is a win in the NFL. It's hard to win in this league. And so I'm not gonna be too hard on them. I am gonna say they need to clean up some things and stop being so cute. Today was an ugly win. The Jets game this Friday, I take it is going to be a very, very ugly football game. So they got to stop being so cute, and we got to be able to line up and just run the ball to get a yard. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, you shouldn't be doing backwards passes. You shouldn't be dropping back, doing play action passes. You shouldn't be going empty backfield and stuff like that. Hey, line up, run the ball, get your yardage that way. And that's my final thoughts. The Dolphins defense, man, I give y'all a nice B+ today. Towards the end, and I get it, you're going prevent defense. Towards the end, O'Connell was making some throws down the on the sidelines and stuff like that, and then we needed the interception from Ramsey to seal the game. But hey, a win is a win. Another win at home, another win for the good guys. The Dolphins are 7-3 right now. 7-8. We got a 7-3 football team. Tua is the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. Tyreek Hill, number 1 receiver in the NFL. I mean, hey, I don't know what else to tell you. So there you have it. Programming note: I will be off all next week. I'm just taking the week off. It is Thanksgiving week, so I'm going to take the time, chill out with my family. So there will be no Man Talk Monday tomorrow. There will be an episode of Take Fist Politics this Tuesday, and the wrestling show, we will do it the following week as we do a review of AEW Full Gear and Survivor Series. So because by the time we get back, Survivor Series would have already happened also. So we'll go ahead and review both shows. And then we have a debate the following week also, Brother Stacey Mobley versus Eddie Israel. So I am looking forward to that. So, from my family to yours, everybody enjoy your holidays. It is Thanksgiving, whether you celebrate or not. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving for the spirit of what Thanksgiving is or for what the meaning behind it. I just look at Thanksgiving as a time where I'm off and I get to relax with my family. I don't have to go to work. I could chill. I could sit on my couch and be lazy and eat all my turkey and pork and whatever I want to eat, and just reflect on things that I need to be thankful for, man. This year, there was a lot of ups and downs, but through it all, we still made it through. So hopefully everybody will enjoy their Thanksgiving. And just be thankful. I think that's the best I can leave you with. Just be thankful. Because it could always be worse. Just be thankful. So until the following week, not next week, I'm off next week. So the week after, I salute to everybody. Peace, everybody that support the channel. Peace, everybody that comes by. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Share out the video. Spread the word to the channel. I appreciate you more than you ever know. And with all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Until week after next. Peace.